It's time to feature you right here on the Weather Network in our segment called The Weather Selfie. And because we are getting ever so close to the weekend, I thought let's make this special, especially in places where we're seeing beautiful weather. We asked you to send us the best cannonball videos, and I want you to check this one out. This comes to us from Alberta, and what have they done here? Wabamun Lake from Jen. They've actually reversed their cannonball video. How cool is that? And you know what, guys? I'm glad you did this video earlier in the week because Wabamun Lake, this is just west of Edmonton and Spruce Grove in Alberta. You're going to be seeing some thunderstorms in the forecast throughout this weekend. Now, we love when you send us a weather selfie. You can ask us anything you want, and that's what these girls did.
Hi, Rachel. We're the U10 Panthers from Calgary. Are we going to get good ball weather this weekend?
Isn't that the cutest weather selfie you've ever seen? Ladies, I love it. Are you going to get good ball weather this weekend in Calgary? Well, thunderstorms are in the forecast. I have to say, on Saturday, this is going to be more of an Edmonton story versus Calgary, but the instability is still there, even in through Sunday as well. Not thunderstorms in the forecast for Sunday, but just those passing showers. You are going to see the sunshine, though. If you don't mind hiding in the dugout for just a few minutes as that shower passes by, then yes, ladies, you're going to have good ball weather for this weekend. One more picture I want to show you. Look at this. A girls' trip into Vancouver. Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? They took some time and they went to Brandywine Falls Provincial Park in British Columbia. I'm loving this picture. So thank you all for sending in your weather selfie photos and videos. If you want to connect with us, you can find us on Twitter. You can find me at Rachel Schutzen. Use that hashtag weather selfie, or you can upload your videos to upload.theweathernetwork.com. We love to see your photos and videos. Alrighty, let's take a look at your national picture right across the country. We are seeing this low sparking up some active weather across the prairies. The watch is going to continue. Widespread rain throughout Ontario, now moving into Quebec. We do have special weather statements in terms of the rain for the eastern townships of Quebec. And this is all moving into Atlantic Canada, and this is going to be your story in through Saturday. Here are temperatures across the country for this evening.
Visit our new and improved video gallery showing you the latest weather news, viewer videos, and more. Only on theweathernetwork.com.
Canadians have chosen to make Nissan the fastest growing brand. They've chosen Sentra with its amazing fuel efficiency. And right now, get 0% financing for 72 months on select models. Plus, choose between $1,000 bonus cash, no payments for 2 months, or a no-charge extended warranty. Our greatest choices ever. The Nissan My Choice sales event is back.
Your eyes get sunburned, just like your skin. At LensCrafters, we can fit your prescription into nearly any pair of sunglasses. Sunblock never looked this good. LensCrafters loves eyes.
Looking to save on long distance? Canadians love Castel. 1010-710. When you call from your landline, Castel lets you call anyone, anytime, anywhere in Canada or the U.S. for only 99 cents per call. Pick up your phone and try it now. 1010-710. +1, the area code and the number. Father's Day is coming up and Dad's been waiting for that call. International rates available. 1010-710. For more information, contact us toll free at 1010-710-00.
Your buddy Ron once said he could install your ceiling fan. He couldn't. And that one time Ron said another plate of poutine was a good idea? Yeah, it wasn't. So when Ron said you'd never afford a John Deere tractor, you knew better. Now, Ron does too. Introducing the E-Series. Legendary John Deere quality. Unexpected low price. See your John Deere dealer for great Deere season savings on the E-Series family of tractors.
You can search hotel sites for so long that your hair goes out of style. Or use Kayak to search hundreds of hotel sites to find the best deal in seconds. Kayak. Search one and done.
On June 6th, 2010 at 3:30 in the morning, an F1 tornado struck Leamington, Ontario, carving a 1-kilometer path of destruction along the Lake Erie shoreline. Straight line winds associated with the same sharp cold front also caused significant damage. Power lines were down. 200-year-old trees were ripped out of the ground or snapped in half. Houses, buildings, and property were damaged or destroyed. Fortunately, there were no serious injuries.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Armor All. Clean, shine, and protect your car with Armor All products. Force of Nature is brought to you by Autotrader.ca. The most cars in one place. Autotrader.ca.
We start in Lytton, British Columbia, where a very aggressive wildfire is burning out of control. An evacuation order has been issued for a nearby First Nations community. At least 10 families have been displaced. Dozens more have been told to prepare in case they too have to leave. Flames have burned about 1,500 hectares so far. To Saskatchewan, where severe thunderstorm watches and warnings were in effect on Friday. This time-lapse shows a storm cell sweeping over Saskatoon. Watches and warnings were also issued for southern Alberta and western Manitoba. There's been no shortage of rain in the U.S. Central and Southern Plains this spring, including Colorado, where the ground was already saturated before heavy rain started falling on Thursday. Some areas saw more than 100 millimeters into Friday morning. Crews in Colorado Springs were called to make 2 water rescues. Finally, it was like something out of the Alfred Hitchcock film The Birds. A very territorial red-winged blackbird attacked pedestrians on Capitol Hill in Ottawa this week. The male bird dive-bombed people who unwittingly walked too close to its nest. Males typically screech at other males when protecting their young. They have been known to attack people from time to time.
Now your top 5 most damaging Canadian hailstorms. Number 5, punishing thunderstorms roared across southern Manitoba. Baseball-sized hail in Dauphin rode cars off all over town. Number 4, hail was shredding fields almost daily somewhere across Saskatchewan that July. Insurance claims were in the order of $80 million. Number 3, hailstorms, some the size of oranges, wreaked havoc in Winnipeg. Clogged sewers produced massive flooding and $100 million in damage. Number 2, a violent thunderstorm produced golf ball-sized hail, damaging property, vehicles, and decimating gardens all over Calgary, resulting in $340 million in claims. And number 1, Calgary again. This terrifying glass-shattering storm would have hail so fierce large ones bounced a meter off the ground. $400 million in claims makes this the costliest hailstorm in Canadian history. For more top 5 videos, log on to the video sections of theweathernetwork.com.
Speaking of hail, I am hearing reports of hail through Saskatchewan and Manitoba, some very active weather in the prairies Friday evening. Michelle Mackey with you as we head into the weekend. Are you ready for it? Me too. All right, we did have some active weather on Friday during the day, mostly in the form of rain, though we did hear about some lightning strikes through southwestern Ontario. Saturday, things are going to be clearing out, though. High pressure is moving in finally. As we move through the evening, you can already see a lot of that moisture pushing further to the east. Unfortunately, we do have some more rainfall expected as we move into your Friday evening, though. It's not quite over yet. Widespread, looking at about 10 to 20 millimeters. Have you noticed how green the grass is getting? Yeah, we also had some active weather on Wednesday, Thursday. Things cleared up, though. We'll take you to that video right now. Clear day, well-deserved, I think, on Thursday. On Wednesday afternoon, we had thunderstorm watches and warnings. We even had tornado watches and warnings. Certainly not going to be dealing with any of that as we move into your Saturday morning. Here's a look at the temperatures we're expecting. It's going to be a little bit cooler down by the lake. We have an easterly breeze, so it's going to be blowing across the cooler waters of Lake Ontario, chilling things out a little bit. We'll be below seasonal in the afternoon as well, but at this point in time, below seasonal means we're in the low 20s, so it's really not that bad. If you're heading up to the cottage this weekend, it's going to be a little bit warmer for you on Saturday. We do have some active weather to contend with as we move into your Sunday, though. Barrie, 23 for your Saturday afternoon. Unfortunately, we were expecting a system on Sunday to move in a little bit later on in the day. Now it's looking like it's going to push in earlier. But before we get there, as I mentioned, there's your area of high pressure. There's the moisture that we're watching work into southern Ontario by Sunday morning for the GTA. You may have a little less of that system in cottage country as the system is tracking a little bit lower, a little bit further south, I should say. Here's what we can expect for the next 7 days. There's your rainfall on Sunday, and then things clear out and warm up as we move into next week. Around the World is next.
Some say there's no such thing as Canadian food. No unique flavors or regional favorites. Just the same boring food, no matter where you go. Well, we beg to differ. McDonald's presents the Great Canadian Taste Adventure, where every week we serve a new menu item inspired by our land. Try this week's feature, Western Barbecue Burger. Beef raised in Western Canada with barbecue sauce for a bold Alberta-inspired flavor.
What's up with your car?
Pretty sure it's possessed and out of warranty.
I'm going to cost you a fortune at the dealership, Sheryl.
Well, in Midas, our experts will tell you what needs fixing now and what can wait. And they don't laugh at people.
I'm sorry, Sheryl. No, I'm not. I am not sorry at all.
Visit Midas for our $39 summer maintenance package, including oil change, tire rotation, visual brake check, and more. For brakes, tires, oil, everything. Trust the Midas touch.
Doers. They don't worry if something's possible. They just do it. At Sears Optical, we're committed to bringing them eyewear that works as hard as they do. Right now, save up to $200 on eyeglasses. Quality eyewear. For doers. Sears Optical.
Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Only professional grade. Backed by a 5-year warranty. Get serious. Echo Outdoor Power Equipment. Only professional grade. Backed by a 5-year warranty. Get serious.
You know, just because your bladder's changing, it doesn't mean that you have to.
With Tana, let yourself play. Let yourself laugh. Tana pads for women with body shape dry zone gives you triple protection from leaks, odor, and moisture. Tana lets you be you.
When active weather strikes, rely on the Weather Network to help you see and understand it better. With our new hyperlocal radar imaging enhanced to 3D and hour-by-hour storm tracking system, we'll deliver all the weather details you want in a more visually dynamic way.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. Gallery, showing you the latest weather news, fewer videos, and more. Only on theweathernetwork.com.
When you're under a tornado warning, or maybe you hear a tornado siren, and especially if you see a tornado, now is not the time to grab that smartphone and start filming. Instead, you should be inside and seeking shelter.
We all know that trees benefit the earth, but how can planting a tree benefit you? Here's Carrie from Forest, Ontario. And Carrie, first off, trees cool the streets in the city.
That's right. Trees provide the shade that we need to get out of the heat, and they can also mitigate the amount of heat that's going into the ground, therefore making our streets actually cooler.
And trees conserve energy.
Trees, when planted strategically around your house, can actually decrease air conditioning costs, and in the winter, they can actually decrease heating bills by providing a windbreak.
Trees clean and save water.
Tree roots are actually really great at filtering the water. They can also hold soil really well, which is great for flooding.
Trees combat climate change?
A lot of trees, they can actually take in a lot of CO2 and therefore emit a lot more oxygen.
And trees increase property value.
Trees are beautiful, and when they are on a property in front of a house, they can actually, attract people to homes. You walk up to a house and there's a beautiful tree in front, it can definitely help sell a house.
Big Indy weekend ahead, right? Well, the forecast conditions don't look all that bad. I'll share them with you in just a moment. This is must-see video, though, from Florida. So many Canadians, of course, know all about Florida. This is Tampa. The heavy, heavy rain. Look at that. Inundating rains. People driving through maybe when they shouldn't be. I'd say when the water gets up to about the wheel well, that's pretty much when you turn around and go the other way. Thunderstorm risk today. Extreme southwestern Ontario, potential for some isolated severe weather. And then Toronto, we have the risk of storms all the way to Kingston as well. So that's kind of how things are playing out for today. In terms of the forecast on the rainfall, we've got about 20 to 30 millimeters locally, especially up toward Barrie, Lake Simcoe, and back into southwestern Ontario. This would be encompassing that higher potential for severe weather and some severe storms, which of course are capable of bringing us a lot of heavy rain. So there goes the low. High pressure comes in behind it, giving us certainly some more sunshine to work with.
All in that 20 to 30 swath. And this rain will progress from west to east into Newfoundland, but St. John's, you'll hang on to a pretty decent day overall on Saturday. You'll get your rain on Sunday. Thunderstorms embedded in this rain as well, potentially non-severe, however. Okay, let's go to Thorold in the Niagara region, just outside of St. Catharines, where the pool is filling up with rain as it came down. Yep, Greg, you don't need that hose now. Thanks for the video. It was funny because everything seems so dry in southern Ontario, especially May, hardly any rain at all. And this week alone, it seemed every other day a decent downpour. So everything's greening up really quickly. We just have a few lingering showers for southern Ontario before high pressure moves in for the weekend. So some good news there. It won't be nearly as wet, although active weather anticipated Sunday night. There's our heavy rainfall, northern areas of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but it's the thunderstorms we're more concerned about in the southern areas of those provinces. And by the way, this is going to continue into Manitoba for Saturday. So already we're seeing the severe weather through places like Swift Current, Assiniboia, those regions of southern Saskatchewan, and then Manitoba, even including Winnipeg for Saturday afternoon and evening, and we'll be tracking those storms for you as well. You're not completely out of the woods in Alberta. Saskatoon too for Saturday. Again, non-severe thunderstorms for you. And then pop-up thunderstorms, we could see those in between the risk maps. So not everyone, but the conditions are right for non-severe thunderstorms. Okay, we're going to take a look at the long-range forecast after this.
Go to theweathernetwork.com for an in-depth analysis on the science behind the forecast. Find exclusive articles straight from the meteorologists.
I collect these antique nutcrackers.
Time! Kind of turned it off after Nutcracker. But let me tell you something about my cat. Time! Oh.
You must be exhausted.
Tell me about it.
Cut to the chase and sign up at eharmony.ca. We'll find the perfect guy for you.
Time!
Hi.
Start communicating for free today. Must be 18 or over.
You could drive around all day comparing cars in person. Or you could use AutoTrader to compare cars from different dealers and private sellers at home. Or at a park, or the zoo, or the mall.
Anyone can buy and sell like a pro with AutoTrader.ca.
The all-new 2015 Nissan Micra is designed to thrill. It's the best of European styling and Japanese engineering. And it's been perfectly adapted for Canadian roads. It's our car. The all-new Nissan Micra. Amazing car, amazing price. Only from Nissan.
We are fashion-forward people. We live in a fashion-forward world.
And that's why we have a fashion-forward dog.
Welcome back, Ford. It's great to see you.
Morgan, his groomer, knows how important style is to Ford.
She can read his mood. She can know what he's going for, the look he wants. The last cut you did was inspired.
You know, when he's in the dog park,
you see it.
Other dogs just admire
Doing
him.
this like you see dogs are like.
double takes, a doggy double take.
Pethood's better with a partner. That's why our Academy-trained groomers care for your pet like one of their own.
Trauma Care helps relieve muscle and joint pain, inflammation, and bruising associated with minor injuries such as sprains and contusions. Trauma Care is suitable for the entire family. Don't let muscle and joint pain slow you down.
This great outdoor forecast is brought to you by Trauma Care. Don't let muscle and joint pain slow you down. Closed captioning is brought to you in part by Christian Mingle. Find the person you were meant to find.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. Gallery, showing you the latest weather news, viewer videos, and more. Only on theweathernetwork.com.
Force of Nature is brought to you by Autotrader.ca. The most cars in one place. Autotrader.ca.
A stubborn forest fire in Lytton, British Columbia continues to grow. Rainfall on Friday morning did little to slow its growth. Flames spread from 1,300 hectares on Thursday afternoon to 1,500. An evacuation order is in effect for 10 homes. Another 65 properties are under an evacuation alert. A wildfire in Northern California has scorched more than 400 hectares in Trinity County. The flames were sparked by lightning this week. On Thursday, the fire ran uphill, consuming logs and tall grass. A mandatory evacuation order is in effect for people living in the potential path of the flames. From fires to floods, heavy rain has soaked the state of Colorado, causing rivers and streams to overflow. Some areas saw more than 100 millimeters between Thursday afternoon and Friday morning. Crews in Colorado Springs were called to 2 water rescues on Thursday night. And finally to Ottawa, where people are dealing with a case of real-life angry birds. This red-winged blackbird has been dive-bombing people walking by its nest all week on Parliament Hill. The male birds often screech at other males when protecting their territory, and sometimes attack people as well.
In order to give a tornado an EF classification, we don't actually measure the wind speeds inside the tornado. Instead, we look at the damage it caused afterwards. So that means you can't actually point to a tornado and say, that's an EF2 or an EF3. You won't know that information until afterwards. Let's take a look at an EF0 tornado. Not a lot of damage, maybe just a few roof shingles being blown off. An EF1 tornado, plenty more roof shingles being blown off, and you might even see a gutter or two coming down as well. An EF2 tornado, well, now the roof can actually lift off the home, and the home can be shifted off its foundation. By the time you're at an EF3 tornado, you have problems. The exterior walls can start to tip inwards. And an EF4, well, the interior walls can start to collapse, and even those safe rooms we tell you to go to may not save your life. An EF5 tornado completely blows the home off the foundation, leaving nothing but a concrete slab. Yeah, in this segment, we go beyond the next few days, but I want to at least start with the weekend, because why not? It's the weekend, it's June. Only 10 degrees for our friends in St. John's. That's not all that warm.
No, Saturday definitely the warmer of the 2 days this weekend. A great weekend for most of Ontario and Quebec, and what a contrast to how we started the week in the prairies. Absolutely. It's going to feel more like May rather than the July weather.
They've taken their temperatures, sliced them in half,
Right.
really. Okay, if we look at the storm potential, or at least the rain potential, we do have a system moving in Sunday into southern Ontario into Monday.
Right, late day getting into southwestern Ontario, especially into Sunday night. Across the prairies, still some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but certainly not a washout across this region.
Okay, and then look, next week, warm air for Ontario, warm air into parts of the Maritimes, much cooler in the prairies.
Right, temperatures will continue to be below seasonal, not every day, but most days during the upcoming week. We'll take a look at what those temperatures represent. Sure. Again, a continuation of the teens, but some warm weather. Toronto, Ottawa, into Montreal.
I just want to point out that you had sort of an area of warmer air on the west coast, 24 degrees for Vancouver, so that's pretty nice. If we take a look on Monday, those showers move through, like I'd mentioned, Sunday into Monday. Some spotty stuff, but relatively quiet.
Right, a rather typical pattern across the prairies. We see the threat for showers and thunderstorms. Rather showery, cool day for the Maritimes on Tuesday, and then as we look at Wednesday, we'll see the signs of the next system that comes into southern Ontario Wednesday night into Thursday.
Okay, and let's take a look at those temperatures. Wednesday, 19 in Toronto, 17 out west, so still relatively close or below seasonal.
Right, this is the warmest day of the week across the prairies, the coolest day of the week in southern Ontario. As we go to Friday, we'll start to see the warmer, more humid air returning in the east and back to below seasonal on the prairies.
Okay, and as we look at next weekend, that's what it looks like. Warm, cool.
Right, and some active weather in between those air masses, and as we head to the final week of June, looks like the cooler temperatures progress towards the Great Lakes.
More like our summer outlook pattern. All right, thanks a lot, Dr.
Keep the forecast at your fingertips. Download the Weather Network app at your favorite app store.
Imagine being able to clear your breakouts fast with a revolutionary new acne treatment that's actually good for your skin. Announcing all new Proactive Plus, the breakthrough combination of smart acne medicine plus ultra perfecting skincare. Television star Kristen Ritter calls it a miracle.
I love the new Proactive Plus. It's fighting all my breakouts, and it kind of makes your skin like porcelain.
The results are astonishing. Your skin is not only clear, but smooth and sexy. It's our smartest, fastest, most effective Proactive ever.
After the first time I used Proactive Plus, my skin was silky. It was smooth. It was working.
What makes Proactive Plus so different? New Smart Target technology delivers 2 times more medicine into your pores for faster, better results. And now, new Ultra Perfecting Skincare is in every step. to balance acne-prone skin with needed hydration and more for a complexion that looks younger, brighter, and simply gorgeous.
My skin got smoother and clearer. Every morning I'd wake up and I'd be like, wow.
Acne medicine and skincare this good could cost $200 or more. But order in the next 4 minutes and you can get the amazing new Proactive Plus set. Not for $200, not $100, but for just $29.95 and get free shipping.
I have to tell you this is different. Just look at my before and after pictures. That doesn't lie.
So call the number on your screen now, and you'll also get these 2 exclusive extras, including our new skin purifying mask. Get all this, an $84 value, for only $29.95.
Proactive Plus does it all. It fights the breakouts, but also has like good grown-up skincare ingredients. You will love your skin.
There's never been a better time to get clear, beautiful skin. And you can try it worry-free with our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now to take advantage of our free shipping or go to getproactive.ca today.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area.
Download the Weather Network app at your favorite app store.
Lightning can travel extremely far, too, so it might seem far away, but you could actually get struck from a thunderstorm that's well off into the distance.
When a major hurricane hits, escaping with your life is the #1 priority. After the dust settles, replacing and rebuilding what was lost can be a daunting task, especially when your entire community is doing the same. Major destructive storm events like tornadoes or hurricanes can create an unexpected spike in demand for things like building supplies and even minerals like gypsum. Commonly used in drywall or gyprock, it's heavily sought after during post-storm construction booms. This site in Milford, Nova Scotia is the largest gypsum quarry in the world, owned by National Gypsum based in the U.S. When reached for comment, a company spokesperson said, quote, after a natural disaster such as a major hurricane, the industry would see increased demand for gypsum wallboard. That was true after Hurricane Sandy and other major storms, end quote. Sandy was the second costliest hurricane in U.S. history. This year's season is predicted to be below average, with only up to 2 major hurricanes expected. For the Weather Network, I'm Nathan Coleman in Milford, Nova Scotia.
Severe thunderstorms continue to impact southern areas of Saskatchewan and now into Manitoba as well. We've got a line of thunderstorms. We've got a couple of supercells. The cells in Saskatchewan likely producing some very large hail. There are a number of watches and warnings in place. Thank you for joining me. Tonight, this is another active weather night. Last night we were talking about the storms in Alberta, including a tornado warning that was in place. No tornado watches or warnings tonight, but still we'd seen some rotation on some of these storms, especially close to Assiniboia. So let's look at the supercells first. That's these two storms right here. So they're round. See that? Yeah. And then the one right behind it. And just one following the other. And then we've got some fairly significant rain behind it. This is all at least moderate rain. But the other line of storms is right here. So that's a little bit different than the supercells. Less likely to produce hail, but still can produce heavy amounts of rain and some very powerful winds as well. Take a look at this. This is Saskatoon. Time-lapse video of the lightning storm. Gerardo sends us this. Yeah, pretty impressive stuff. Whoa, blind you. Looks like a dance club. Okay, so we've got severe thunderstorm watches in yellow, the severe thunderstorm warnings in red. Again, a warning means that the storms are happening or are imminent. And these storms, again, can produce very large hail, quarter, toonie size, even larger than golf ball sized hail, possible, if not probable, in those two specific storms. And I was mentioning the line of storms versus the supercell. So there's the line moving right through Dauphin. It looks like Melita and Brandon, you could get some storms as well as it just sinks a little farther to the south and east. So yeah, a couple of big storms happening in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and it's not over yet. Another round anticipated for Saturday. So we had storms yesterday, then Friday, and then Saturday too. So this is continuing right through the evening hours as those storms don't look like they're dying, not just yet. Heavier rain to the north. And southern Ontario, you had a thunderstorm kind of day as well with heavy downpours. This is a look at Oakville as the rain was coming down. Everything is starting to dissipate now through the lower Great Lakes. The rain has shifted farther east and will continue to bring rain to the maritime provinces and eastern Quebec as well. Here's Birchie Bay, Newfoundland and Labrador. Beverly sending us this. We do have the risk of thunderstorms, or we did have the risk of thunderstorms in Newfoundland and saw that today. We have the risk in New Brunswick come tomorrow. Heavy rain anticipated for southern Nova Scotia as well.